Judge and jury live within your own thoughts. You established your guilt, and now you must dissolve it. Until you undo your guilt, you cannot find your innocence. That is what the forgiveness process is all about. It has nothing to do with forgiving others. It has everything to do with forgiving yourself for establishing your guilt. This is the realm of practice. There is no situation where this work cannot be undertaken. The whole scenario of your life is territory for self-inquiry. Bring your awareness to every thought and every feeling, and you will soon find the source of your guilt and your subsequent suffering. No one can escape this work. It is an essential part of the curriculum of awakening. The sooner you realize it, the easier it will be for you. Your brother. You are constantly overestimating your brother's importance in your life. On the one hand, you would like to blame him for all of your problems and crucify him, as you did me. And on the other hand, you would like to raise him onto a pedestal and worship him, as you worship me. You have a very hard time, however, treating your brother as an equal. When I asked you to love your neighbor as yourself, I gave you a very simple rule to go by in your affairs. Unfortunately, if you do not love yourself, you won't have much luck loving your neighbor. As such, your interactions with your brother help you to see what you must forgive in yourself. Forgiving your brother for his trespass on you only helps if it enables him to forgive himself. Likewise, receiving your brother's forgiveness for your trespass on him only helps if it enables you to forgive yourself. The forgiveness of others is necessary only if you believe that it is. If you do, as most people do, making amends is important. Asking others for forgiveness demonstrates that you are ready to change your own mind about what happened. That is an important first step in the process. However, do not make the mistake of giving your brother the power to forgive you. This places power outside of yourself where it can never be. Ask for his forgiveness, but if he withholds it, do not assume that forgiveness will never be yours. Indeed, it is always yours. Those who withhold forgiveness only withhold it from themselves. If you find yourself condemning your brother, you can be sure that it is not him you condemn. It is some shamed part of yourself you have not acknowledged. Perceiving inadequacy in your brother cannot make you feel better, for it merely aggravates your own sense of unworthiness. Neither justice nor salvation are to be gained by attacking your brother. Please see this for what it is. Every nail you pound into your brother's hand holds you to the cross. I am the proof of that, for I will remain on the cross in your perception until all attack stops. Until then, you and I share something in common. We have both been crucified. In your interactions with your brother, you have a simple choice: to find him innocent or to find him guilty. This choice occurs over and over again every day, every hour, every moment. Thought by thought, you imprison your brother or release him. And as you choose to treat him, so do you deliver the same judgment upon yourself. You cannot get to heaven by holding your brother down, nor will you get there if you try to carry him. Each of you has been given the means to discover your own innocence. Simply acknowledge your brother and bless him upon his journey. If he asks for your help, give it gladly, but do not try to do for your brother what he must do for himself. Proper boundaries are necessary if you are to move beyond them. Don't make your peace and happiness your brother's responsibility, or make his peace and happiness yours. He is not here to save you, nor you to save him. On the other hand, release your brother from every grievance you have of him. Do not withhold love from him in any way, for to try to hold him back from his happiness is but to attack him and imprison yourself in the grip of fear and guilt. Do not avoid your brother's call for help. Let him work by your side as long as he will, and when he is ready to leave, wish him well. Give him food and water for the journey. Don't make him beholden to you, or force him to stay against his will. Your brother's freedom is but a symbol of your own. Therefore, let him come and go gracefully. Welcome him when he comes, and bid him farewell when he goes. More than that you cannot do, yet this much is enough. Care for each stranger in this way, and I will show you a world where trust has returned and charity rules. Love your neighbor as you would love yourself. Make him equally important. Do not sacrifice for him or ask him to sacrifice for you, but help him when you can and receive his help gratefully when you need it. This simple, dignified exchange is a gesture of love and acceptance. It demonstrates mutual confidence and mutual regard. More than that is too much. Less than that is too little. Interpretation. You interpret what happens in your life according to your core beliefs and the emotional states that arise from them. The experience of disappointment, for example, relates directly to your guilt and feelings of inadequacy. When your expectations are not met, you are merely receiving a correction. You are being told that you do not see the whole truth of a situation. You are being asked to expand your perceptions. Correction is not attack. It is not punishment. The perception that you are being attacked or punished when things do not go your way is entirely guilt-driven. Without that guilt, the correction would be received with gratitude, and perception would be expanded to include the new information. All experience happens for one purpose only, to expand your awareness. Any other meaning you see in your life experience is a meaning that you made up. You may not decide at a conscious level what will happen to you, but you most definitely interpret what happens according to your beliefs. Your primary freedom lies in accepting and learning from the experiences that come your way. Of course, you can reject your experience. You can refuse to learn from it. But this choice leads to suffering. If you don't know this yet, it won't be too long before you do. You might ask, can I remove suffering by accepting my experience and learning from it? That is a very good question. Not only can you remove suffering, you can experience the joy of union with God. For in the embrace of your experience, correction is received and your thoughts are brought into alignment with the divine mind. Life is either resistant or surrender. These are the only choices. Resistance leads to suffering. Surrender leads to bliss. Resistance is the decision to act alone. Surrender is the decision to act with God. You cannot experience joy in life by opposing the ideals or actions of other people. You can experience joy only by remaining faithful to the truth within your own heart, and this truth never rejects others, but invites them in. Truth is a door that remains open. You cannot close this door. You can choose not to enter. You can walk in the opposite direction, but you can never say, I tried to enter, but the door was closed. The door is never closed to you or anyone else. If you feel that the door has been shut in your face, you have interpreted your experience in a fearful way. You believe the door is shut. It isn't. But your belief that the door is shut may very well convince you and others that this is the case. You are all masters at taking truth and inverting it. You have the creative ability to make anything mean what you want it to mean. You can take yes and make it a no, wrong and make it a right. That is how strong your beliefs are. But just because you have inverted truth does not mean the truth ceases to be true. It means only that you have succeeded in hiding the truth from yourself.